I saw from Joe Biden tonight was someone who showed empathy, someone who understands where we are in America.
We need calm and compassion. We need a man who is modest and mature. That's why this lifelong Republican is voting for Joe Biden.
And she's just going to be an incredible candidate, but most important, an incredible vice president to work side by side with Joe Biden to bring compassion and to bring competence that we so badly need in the White House.
Brought us together, showed the kind of compassion and caring that we need from our president, and which Joe Biden has been exemplifying throughout his entire life. Think of what it would mean if we had a real president, not just somebody who plays one on TV.
That's sincerity, but that is a connection with the Joe Biden that I know, that he genuinely cares about people.
So maybe we can try to follow the example of those who do offer kindness and empathy. The thing is being cool. I think Biden's thing is being kind and being measured. Right. Trump voters and Republicans are now approving of him, and I don't think that's because they think he's cool or this or that. I think there's a kind of a measured balance or kindness there that it's relatable, even if they might disagree on something.
You wanted to change, turn the page in terms of tone and really set a tone of empathy. So it wasn't a policy-heavy speech. It was empathetic and looking to kind of mark this milestone.
I mean, think about this, Savannah. He dedicated, what, maybe 30 seconds to the details, right, of the and instead he focused on empathy. I think it was about talking to the American people, not to us.
Your empathy has become a trademark of your presidency.
I was raised by a dad who said everybody's entitled to be treated with dignity. And empathy matters. It matters.
Look, this guy has no sense of empathy or concern for people. People are dying. Families are bereft. This is, I don't understand it. He has absolutely zero sense of empathy. Have you ever heard a word him talking about how badly he feels about the losses, about the emptiness? Those folks who've lost somebody feel like they've been dragged into a dark, deep hole in the middle of their chest. They don't know what to do. They're scared to death. And what's the president do? He talks about, it is absolutely, I quite frankly don't get it. And I don't understand how he thinks it appeals to the American people. Oh, my Lord.
It's easier to be a parent this morning. It's easier to be a dad. It's easier to tell your kids character matters. It matters. Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters.
History, a moral compass, and an ability to listen, and an abiding belief that each of the 330 million lives in this country has meaning and worth. A president's words have the power to move markets. They can start wars or broker peace. They can summon our better angels or awaken our worst instincts. You simply cannot fake your way through this job. As I've said before, being president doesn't change who you are. It reveals who you are.
The younger generation now tells me how tough things are. Give me a break. No. I have no empathy for it. Give me a break. Because here's the deal, guys.
Was it a failure of intelligence, planning, execution, or judgment?
Look, I don't think it was a failure. Look, it was a simple choice, George.
We've seen those hundreds of people packed into a C-17. We've seen Afghans falling.
That was 4 days ago, 5 days ago.
What did you think when you first saw those pictures?
What I thought was we have to gain control of this. We have to move this more quickly.
Learned from a State Department source that the U.S. mission says the situation at the airport remains volatile.
Could have been handled better in any way? No mistakes?
No, I don't think it could have been handled in a way that we're going to go back in hindsight and look, but the idea that somehow there's a way to have gotten out without chaos ensuing,
NATO says at least 20 people have died at the airport in recent days as people push to flee the country.
I don't know how that happens. I don't know how that happened.
So for you, that was always priced into the decision?
Yes.
He takes the child over to relative safety. But these are human acts of kindness by people facing almost impossible decisions.
Everybody will be out before the troops leave.
Sanctions,
Can you guarantee?
Did sanctions?
Why do you continue to trust the Taliban, Mr. President? Why do you continue to trust their pledges, Mr. President?
One more question, Mr. President, please.
Taliban called August 31st a red line.
Yeah, we're going to go private now.
Mr. President, if Americans are still in Afghanistan now, what will we do if Americans are still there after the deadline?
All right, and that's where the audio stops there for this clip.
This is, I don't understand it. He has absolutely zero sense of empathy. Have you ever heard a word him talking about how badly he feels about the losses, about the emptiness? Those folks who've lost somebody feel like they've been dragged into a dark, deep hole in the middle of their chest. They don't know what to do. They're scared to death. And what's the president do?